All right, everyone, and welcome back to another Coast to Coast live online showcase. My name is Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today's event. And as usual, we are joined by three very special guest judges who will be overseeing this entire event today. Let me go ahead and introduce them one at a time. First up on the judge lineup, he's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, welcome back to another Coast to Coast live online showcase. How you doing, man?
Bless, man. Thank you for having me, as
Awesome.
always.
It's always great to have you, Polo. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. My question for you today, Polo, is how can a songwriter help an upcoming artist?
Ooh, a lot. I mean, to me, songwriters are the backbone. I'm always, when I even established artists, they always wanted to work with writers. I mean, sometimes they can't express what they want to express through their words, so they get somebody to help them. So yeah, writing, a writer right now is important. Those are the guys that can have those songs that last forever. You know what I mean? And so I'm always looking for writers. I'm always, at the same time as A&Rs are looking for artists, we're always looking for writers to work with because those are the guys that are gonna, help extend the life into the music.
For sure.
So yeah, writers and producers are key.
For sure. Definitely well said there, Polo. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online showcase. Up next on the judge lineup, he is an A&R director over at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, welcome back to another Coast to Coast live online showcase. Knowledge, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Awesome. It's always great to have you, Knowledge. Thank you so much for joining us today. My question for you today, what exactly does a record label do for an artist?
Well, I mean, to put it shortly, basically the record label gives the artist an advance, you know what I mean, so that they can focus on the music. And then the label also gives the most important thing the label gives the artist though is just the resources, you know what I mean?
For sure.
The resources to the type of production that they need, the resources to the type of, like Polo was talking about, the songwriters that they may need, the marketing materials on the digital side, just everything that helps the artist work, you know what I mean? So the label basically allows it to where the artist really only has to focus on going in and making the music, you know what I mean? So the independent artists, they make the music, but then they're also worrying about how they're going to get the music out and where they're going to put the music and all of that other stuff. So it kind of takes away a little bit when you're an independent artist from focusing just on the creation part of it. Once you sign with a label, and assuming you have competent management as well, then you really leaves you in a space where you could just focus on the music. You know what I mean? You could just go in, you can record your ideas, and then the label, at the end of the day, just brings those ideas that you have, brings them to life, shows you the most efficient way to make it happen.
Awesome. Knowledge. It's such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online showcase. And last but certainly not least, he's a Grammy Award-winning producer. He's worked with artists such as Jay-Z, Redman, Destiny's Child, Missy Elliott, much, much more. You guys know him. It's ROCKWILDER. ROCKWILDER, welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. How you doing, man?
What's good, Peppin? Everything's good. Let's shout to Knowledge, shout to Polo, shout to Coast to Coast, shout to Facts, shout to everybody. Let's do it. What's happening?
Awesome. It's always a pleasure to have you, Rock. Now, my question for you today, what is the difference between a producer and a beat maker? Because we hear a lot of that, especially in our comments from the new artists tuning in. They always have that question for us. What is that difference between a producer and a beat maker?
Well, what's crazy is in this day and age, back in the days, a producer and a beat maker, they had different types of positions because one producer had to have the quality of musicianships or even have theory of musicianships. But to tell you the truth, right now, I know a lot of beat makers that are actually successful. You know what I'm saying? So between beat making and producing, there's really no difference. I mean, a person that makes a beat can always just appeal to the standards of the computer and just make a beat. And, that's why you have so many beat makers that are successful today. But, they still can't touch the qualities of the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's and the Pharrells and the Scott Storches, which we could actually say that they are producers. I don't think both positions, one doesn't deny the money. But, you definitely have successful beat makers. You have some producers that aren't successful and some beat makers that are more successful than actual producers. So, there is a difference.
And
But,
is there like a line there, like when you start out as a beat maker and then you become a producer? Like what's that line? Like what gets you over the top there?
Well, my whole thing is you become a producer as soon as you know how to refine records. As soon as you know, if you're the person that knows how to play the right songs at a barbecue, you're a producer. You know what I'm saying? You just need to know the beat making qualities. So the beat makers do become the best producers, but I feel like that the production, the idea of production is creating good music, whether it's in your mind, whether it's creating a great playlist that people like. Quincy Jones was always known for bringing everybody together. So his production then had the Brothers Johnson, Rod Temperton, Stevie Wonder, Patty Austin. So you can produce by bringing it together, or you can produce by actually making the beat. But most beat makers are usually great producers because they're actually doing the creative process as well as the overall process.
Awesome. Definitely well said, Rockwilder. It's such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online showcase. That's our star lineup of judges. We have a great lineup of artists as well. Today, 7 artists submit their song so we could watch it live. We could either watch their music video or listen to their song alongside all 3 of those judges. Today, the judges are judging them live. They're deciding whether or not to give an artist a pass or a no pass. The goal for today is to get at least 2 passes, and if an artist gets 2 passes, they're headed straight to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where they will compete for $50,000 in prizes. All right, so let's kick this thing off with the first artist on the lineup. We have TFL Will Shine with his song and his song right here. So let's go ahead, let's take a listen. Let me load up his video, and we'll be right back.
No matter what, nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. Like no matter what, nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. No matter what, nobody gotta, 'cause we each and every day just to find out and we get paid. Like no matter what, nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. I'm like no matter what, nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. Like no matter what them haters gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. Like no matter what them haters gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find out where we get paid. I'm like no matter what them, no matter what, hey, hey, no matter what, 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 no matter what them haters gotta say, 'cause I pray each and every day just to find my way and I got paid. I'm like no matter what them haters had to say, 'cause I pray each and every day just to find my way and I got paid. Yeah, boy, check me out, girl, and we gon' do this shit to show the whole world. Yeah, boy, check me out, girl, and we gon' do this shit to show the whole world. Like no matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what them haters gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day. Predators eat, pray sometimes, that's the only way. I'm eating and choking, I'm getting full of this cake. We'll shine working, staying focused, getting paid. We'll shine working in the field like a slave. Pretty yellow juicy fruit, I met her in Nevada. If you ain't got no dollars, then I know she ain't gon' holler. Call me Will, since I was a little drill, 327 baby. Shit, you know what's that with me? It's all gravy. The family, they raised me. Never let them haters take me. Lord, I pray every day I don't have to spray them. Yeah, they shot my cousin, they shot my brother, I don't trust them. So I'm aiming Louisiana, that's my state. The boot-shaped state, never fucking with the fake. Long live Jay, doing it for my son Trey. You know what's down with us, Trap family, we getting paid. You know what's down with us, Trap family, we getting paid. No matter what nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find our way and we get paid. I'm like no matter what nobody gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find our way and we get paid. Like no matter what them haters gotta say, 'cause we pray each and every day just to find our way and we get paid. Like no matter say, cause we pray each and every day just to find our way and we get paid. I'm like, no matter what them got, ayy, ayy, no matter what, no matter what, what, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first artist on today's lineup. That was TFL Will Shine with his music video. Let's go right over to our judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, we'll start off with you. What were your thoughts of TFL Will Shine and his video that he submitted?
I'm not all that mad at the song. I thought it started off. I like the way it kind of started off. He lost me the further he went into the song. I wasn't a fan of the production. I thought it needed to be better. And I feel like, I mean, he had a little something with the hook, but I think the rest of the song just felt incomplete to me. I think his flow and delivery needed work as well. Like, it just didn't feel smooth and like he was in control of it. So it's still a little early for him. I think it's still a little early for him. I'm sorry. So there'll be a no pass for me today.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. Let's get his thoughts. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, what were your thoughts of TFL Will Shine and his song?
Yeah, exactly what Knowledge hit right on the head. He had me at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He had me at the beginning, and then it just went somewhere. And then, we got to pray every day, but then I saw a girl twerking in the bed. I didn't know what to get. I didn't know how we were getting the message. So, I wasn't sold on the actual message. And then, the whole structure of the verses just didn't hit me neither. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. So I couldn't give it a pass.
All right, thank you for that, ROCKWILDER. No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge on the lineup. Let's go over to our last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, what were your thoughts of TFL Will Shine and his song?
There's a lot of things, factors to this. I feel like obviously the mix could have been much better. And I just felt like the song was all over the place. Wasn't really sure what the hook was. The verses really didn't stand out. It was parts where he kind of wasn't really rhyming. So it's a lot. It's like Knowledge said, it's still in a developing stage. I feel like there's still a lot of work to be done. So there's a no pass for me for right now.
All right, thank you for that, Polo. No pass, unfortunately, from the three judges, TFL. But check your email right after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Prince Money. Prince Money, we do have your video here. It is called Gave My Last. This is the official music video. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
YPN. Finna take over this whole 2026. Niggas always claiming what they did for me. When I was down, they didn't mention or they hear from me. I got loyal killers, catch you, they gon' drill for me. These niggas out here for no cause, this shit get real on me. I done gave my last nigga, shorty caught up in the past. Shit not real, it's not gon' last. I done gave my 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 last. I was caught up in the trenches, feds all in my business, swerving blocks on attention. laced. Flipping packs out of bacon. Yeah, nigga cut the dreads off. Nigga had to take some time off. Back in designer like mannequin. Can't fuck with no faking, no phony shit. I swore that I would get this shit and I did it. All this fake love I'm getting, I can't take it. All them nights was up through storms, thought I would make it home. Hit my knees and I thank God, and that's like niggas always claiming what they did for me. When I was down, they didn't mention or they hear from me. I got loyal killers, catch you, they gon' drill for me. These niggas out here for no cause, this shit get real, homie. I done gave my last nigga, shorty caught up in the past. Shit not real, it's not gon' last. I done gave my 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 last. Ain't no checking, we the best in this shit. Romeo with a 3-5 in that bitch. Now I done ran it up all the way. I don't care what a nigga say. Get that money in every way. Make sure my little brother straight. Gotta keep racks in the safe. Just to make sure my mother straight. I gave all I got and I promise ain't never no stop. Right when I drop, I be popping forever, remaining the top. When you ain't got no haters, know that you ain't moving right. Remember, stand out all night, I got that niggas always claiming what they did for me. When I was down, they didn't mention or they hear from me. I got loyal killers, catch you, they gon' drill for me. These niggas out here for no cause, this shit get real, homie. I done gave my last nigga, shorty caught up in the past. Shit not real, it's not gon' last. I done gave my 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 last.
All right, everyone, so that was Prince Money with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, start off with you. What do you think of Prince Money and his video that he submitted?
I liked it, man. I liked it. It had a good vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely something I would listen to. You know, the whole thing. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy seemed like he was real about what he was talking about. It felt good. I can't front. Give it a pass.
All right, there you have it from ROCKWILDER, giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go over to the next judge on the lineup. He's a director of A&R at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. Let's go over to you. What do you think of Prince Money and his video that he submitted?
Yeah, I agree with ROCKWILDER. I mean, I think he did a good job. Overall, the record was solid. The video was solid. I mean, only thing I would say, I guess, is for me is it didn't quite. I would work on the songwriting of the song. Like I liked the song, I liked his voice, but it didn't quite stick out. Nothing about the song really stuck out to me. So that would, you know, he could bring that out with the songwriting, and then vocally, like his voice to me, I liked it, but it didn't necessarily stand out either. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people doing that style of music, so which makes it harder for you to get noticed because people start to sound similar. So you have to always try and figure out how people are going to identify your voice, whether it's through sonically through the type of music or whether it's just your actual voice. But you have to figure out how to separate yourself. So I'll give it a pass though, but he's definitely going to have to work on that, I think.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Knowledge, giving you your second pass from the judges. And with that, let's go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation, POLO. What do you think of him and his video that he submitted?
Both judges hit it in the head. I agree with both of them. I wasn't mad at the record. I thought the record was solid. But I agree a lot with Knowledge. I feel like, you know, he has to do a little bit more to stand out. He could get caught in that mix. You know what I mean? It's easy because a lot of artists do sound alike. So you just got to figure out how to stand out a little bit more. You know, I like the melodies in the record. I like the production in the video. I just felt like the verses could have been a little bit more tighter. And just, you know, like Knowledge said, just figure out how to way to have more ownership of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pass, but, you know, I want to see him come, you know, have more records that kind of stand out from what's going on out there.
Awesome. Thank you for that. POLO, giving you your third pass from the judges. Congratulations to Prince Money. You're the first artist today headed to the next round, the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where you'll compete for the $50,000 in prizes. Congrats, Prince Money. We'll see you live in the next round. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, We have True Boy Jazz. True Boy Jazz, we do have your video here. Let me go ahead and load this up, and we'll be right back.
POLO made this.
This boy got a hit.
Yeah, yeah. Bugatti my charm. Hey baby, ain't got no problems. Nigga falling deep for till I want it. Don't talk too much for niggas on it. Shit my nigga slow. Shit my nigga slow. My money, my hoes. My money stay long. She know when she want it. Nigga, high as shit, got another bitch for when I'm floating. Know that you ain't with me, cause I'm the only one who rollin'. I can't throw no money, don't give a fuck if they don't want it.
This boy got a
Fuck,
hit.
I run it up until they homeless. Too much money out here, these niggas hatin', still got nothing. Ride around that dumb shit. Since grade school, I run shit. These hoes put me on nothing, but it's crazy what you really get from nothing. Bugatti my charm. Hey baby, ain't got no problems. Nigga falling deep for till I want it. Don't talk too much for niggas on it. Shit my nigga slow. Shit my nigga slow. My money, my hoes. My money stay long.
This boy got a
Catch
hit.
me in that Bentley low key. I don't need no homies, little shawty, she a blessing, yeah. Can you keep that on me? Too much money where the rest of it. Swear to God, I want it only. These niggas ain't about no work. I'm swerving these niggas home and I got her, she riding skirt, yeah. On that gas, she on that mud, got me slurped up. She want that rock on her back, finna murk, yeah. 22 heavy murk, yeah. Busy was popping, they what's the word? Yeah, little bitch riding, I'm in the dirty. Little hoe smiling, she feeling perfect. Little hoe smiling, she feeling perfect.
This boy got a hit.
Bugatti my charm. Hey baby, ain't got no problems. Nigga falling deep for till I want it. Don't talk too much for nigga, I'm on it. Shit my nigga slow. Shit my nigga slow. My money, my hoes. My money stay long.
This boy got a hit.
All right, everyone, so that was True Boy Jazz with his song that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's get their thoughts on this. Let's start things off. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, let's start off with you. What'd you think of True Boy Jazz and his song that he submitted?
I thought it was cool. Definitely feel like the mix needs to be better. As a Discovery record, I kind of didn't really get a gist of who he was. And now as an A&R, that's we kind of you want to give a little bit of you. You know what I mean? So we can. I'm not saying the first impression we're gonna know exactly who you are, but we're trying to discover who you are. So it was, to me, I think that it needs more work. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like he has a good voice. I'm not sure if it was EQ right or if he used the auto tune right. There was a lot of factors that kind of was like keeping me from enjoying the record. You know what I mean? And again, it was quick, so I didn't really get a gist of who he was. So I'm about to say it's a no pass for now for me.
All All right, thank you for that. Polo, no pass from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's go over to you. What you think of True Boy Jazz and his song that he submitted?
For me, first thing I heard was the voice, and I think the voice is crazy. It sounds it definitely sounds. This is like what we were saying with the last contestant, but this dude's voice really sticks out. You know what I mean? Like you hear that voice, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you trying to figure out. I ain't never heard this voice, and then you're trying to figure out, do I like this voice? Do I not like this voice? You know what I'm saying? So that right there is half the battle, because that means like people are going to be listening, I feel like. But I think this was a case where the song just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? He feels like he's still early on in his career. He's still just making music. I think the beat selection was right on point. It just felt, and the song had parts in it, but just as a complete record where it was a hook and then a crazy verse, and then, you know what I mean, that fire hook came back in. He didn't really give that to us. And that's what needs to be worked on. But I think his voice is it maybe does need a little something, like Polo saying, in the mix, but it's something about his voice that's very like eye catching or ear catching. So I think, as long as the song gets better, you really work on that, work on getting a fire hook together, and then really focusing on those verses with your melodies, and that voice though is something. So for me, it's a no pass right now. But I'd definitely like to hear him in another 6 months or so.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, from our first two judges. Let's go over to the last judge. Let's see what he thought about it. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, what do you think of True Boy Jazz and his song that he submitted?
Wow, what's amazing is I just learned something from Knowledge and Polo just by their things, and I'll use that in my future criticism when it comes to judging an artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because there are a lot of things that I liked about it. I liked the beat. And even though his voice felt like it wasn't EQ'd right with the auto-tune, or something didn't work with it, even though I felt like his vocal was a little ill on the hook, it still had me like, well, damn, I could see if things were mixed better, I probably would have listened to his voice, because his voice is very distinctive. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that his voice is very distinctive, it did attract me to the song. It did. But, when you have that, there's certain things that you have to make sure that you mix, you EQ, you're aware of. And that's probably in the beginning stages of this situation. And I guess before he would go to be amongst a bunch of people that, we would pass, we would kind of want to shape those things out before we put you in the lines and a bunch of people that we have pass for having quality music. So no pass for him, but he does have something. So if he's listening, he's very accepting of the criticism. He'll come back, and next contest he'll be able to play, because he did have something. He had something, like Knowledge and Polo said, there was something there. There was something there, but it just needed to be sharpened up. So, no pass for me, but I definitely would take what we say and sharpen it up for the next round.
Thank you for that, ROCKWILDER. Well, you heard it from all three of the judges there, True Boy Jazz, no pass. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of them, and we hope to see you again on a future showcase. Next up on the lineup, we have JCanna. JCanna, let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. Hey, JCanna, can you hear us?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? How's it going? Where are you from?
I was born in Jamaica, but right now I live in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today. What is your social media so everyone can go ahead and go check you out?
I_am_JCanna on Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Anna K. Hall. Yeah, and that's it. I don't have a Twitter or anything like that.
Okay, no problem. And tell us a little bit about your song you submitted today called Hooked. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to?
Well, basically, I'm just it's a song about being a Jamaican from Fort Lauderdale, which I think is very common, and I feel like Fort Lauderdale is so cultured because it has so many Jamaicans, Haitians, etc. So that's kind of like what I was like celebrating in the song, being like just a Jamaican from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is JCanna with Hooked. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Yo. And I got him shook. You got a blood clot, yachty on the hook. And all this fire that I'm spitting got him cooked. For Lauderdale, Broward County, what's good? What's poppin' in the hood? 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 Danga danas, me get that good cheese party. Calling all the gal, them with a big fat body. Hating on a bitch cause you tryna know if it's toppy. Them boy, ya stocky. I like them dark like chocolate, I like them dark like me. I like him with an accent, I like him talk like me. I got him on his knees like he talking to God. Connected to a higher power like a phone on a charge. Only time I miss a nigga is when I throw a punch and he dodge. All these bitches trash, can you take out the garbage? Bitches on my dick, I'm still popping regardless. Looking for me to slip up, but can't find their baby fathers. Nah, and I stop it. But she's God damn it, when I leave the bank, why I look like a rabbit? Why I got the whole place jumping like a rabbit? Baddest chick on the planet, and I put his head in a rap bandana, god damn it. When I leave the bank, why I look like a rabbit? Why I got the whole place jumping like a rabbit? Baddest chick on the planet, and I put his head in a rap bandana. I am shook. You got a blood clot, yachty on the hook. And all this fire that I'm spitting got him cooked. For Lauderdale, Broward County, what's good? What's poppin' in the hood? 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 Run, get the rubbers, cause these bitches on my dick. No, I ain't a laxative, but I'm always running shit. Ain't Thomas Edison, but I'm about to make it lit. Tell her put a resignation in, cause I'm about to make her quit. Bitch, I've been straight like 6 on the dot. Bitches watch your life, cause she ain't on the clock. Who don't wanna see you in the trap, cause she ain't in the trap. Wanna see you at the bottom, cause she ain't at the top. I got my eyes on a dollar sign like I'm Black Rhino. Bitches ain't my son, but I'ma put them on timeout. That bitch better sign out. She need to stop. Somebody sending her a sign out. Nobody wanna hear them weak ass rhymes. Bitch, I'm one of a kind. God damn it. When I leave the bank, why I look like a rabbit? I got the whole crowd jumping like a rabbit. Baddest chick on the planet, and I put his head in a rap bandana. God damn it. When I leave the bank, why I look like a rabbit? Why I got the whole crowd jumping like a rabbit? Baddest chick on the planet, and I put his head in a rap bandana. I got him shook. You got a blood clot, yachty on the hook. And all this fire that I'm spitting got him cooked. For Lauderdale, Broward County, what's good? What's poppin' in the hood? What's good? What's poppin' in the hood? What's good? What's poppin' in the hood? What's good? What's poppin' in the hood?
All right, everyone. So that was JCanna with her song that she submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What do you think of JCanna and her song that she submitted?
I mean, I thought the record was solid. I'm not mad at the record. I like the direction she went in, something that was true to her. You know what I mean? And she was really just kind of, trying to tell her story a little bit and get to know her as an artist. So I like the approach to it. I think that for me was the verses needed to be a lot better. I thought the hook was decent. It had a little slight catchability factor to it. The verses just weren't there for me. And it took away from the song. But I think she's on the right track. A lot of talent. But I think that sound that she's going for, she has to mature that or evolve that into something a little more refined. But I like the direction she's headed in. Right now, it's going to be a no pass. But she's another one I'd like to hear from in another few months.
Awesome. Thank you for that knowledge. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's the director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, what'd you think of Jay Sienna and her song that she submitted?
I agree with Nas. I think it was a good approach. But I love the way that she put in the Jamaican accent into it. But it's still it's still in a developing stage. I feel like the more she writes, the more she records, it gets better. It's like what I tell people is practice. You gotta practice, no matter what sport it is, and music is a sport as well. So you gotta get more comfortable. I think once she starts to get more comfortable, her personality will come out more. It'll start sounding more effortless. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, don't rush to be seen already when you're not all the way ready. You know what I mean? Just keep practicing, keep knocking things out, keep knocking songs out. That's like that's like you taking 100 jump shots a day. Just make records. It's gonna get better. The more consistency you put into it, it's gonna get better, especially with the writing part of it. You know what I mean? So right now it's a no pass, but she has potential. I would love to see her keep going, and hopefully one day she comes back and gets to to the next level. But right now it's still early, but I hope she don't give up.
Awesome. Definitely well said there, Polo. Thank you for that. No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge. Let's go over to our last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, what do you think of Jay Sienna and her song that she submitted?
Yeah, she's definitely in the beginning stages of what she wants. I think she should definitely listen to her competition down in that region of Florida, because she's definitely going to have to play the game to be a girl and, come out and do the whole Jamaican thing, because there's so many other different platforms and templates of other artists that's giving you templates of what those standards of that music is. I know that music down there, so she has a lot of work that she has to do when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because being a Jamaican girl in Fort Lauderdale and doing a song that's going to please the masses of your country and where your region is, that's going to be a lot of work. But it's not bad work, because you took the first plunge. You went in the studio and you put something together for you to hear, and then also to put up here and see exactly where you are. It's definitely going to be a journey, but it's not going to be a bad journey, because if this is what you want, you sharpen it up and get it right. Everybody has done that. From the Rihannas to everybody, you know what I'm saying? So, just keep working on the craft. But no pass now. I don't want to put in the wolves, but, hopefully by this time it runs back around, should be ready.
Awesome. Thank you for that, ROCKWILDER. No pass, unfortunately, from the three judges today, Jay Sienna. But check your email after this event. Got yourself some great feedback from all three of the judges. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. All right, next up on the lineup, we have Sad Boy. Sad Boy, let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so we have Sad Boy. Can you hear us?
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry,
What's up, man? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah. How's it going? Where are you from?
I'm from Arizona. Then I moved to LA. Then I was in Florida, and now I'm in Houston.
All over the place, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
Give us your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out.
Okay, Twitter is sadboy, BOI999, sadboy999. Instagram is I'm officially sadboy. The thing is, with my actual artist name, if it's not a handle, it's going to have the exclamation point, because I was like, I'll be different, and I'll turn it upside down.
Awesome. So it's B-O and then exclamation point, right?
Yeah, and YouTube is Sadboy official page.
Okay, dope. So tell us a little bit about your song you submitted today. This is the official video. It's called Where You Want to Be. What is this all about? What are we about to watch here?
Yeah, so I had a situation. I used to be in Arizona, and then something happened. I ended up homeless. I got myself out, thankfully, but I quit for 5 years, quit music for 5 years. And then I recently in the pandemic realized that this thing hit everybody the exact same. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, where do I want to be as far as like, was I trying to be happy or was I trying to be secure? And really when it comes down to it, it's like, you should pick happiness over anything because you don't know. This pandemic could like literally killed everyone, whether it was a doctor or an artist.
For sure. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Sad Boy with his official video, Where You Want to Be. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Thanks, man.
I fuck a bitch, but I'm never calling back, no. Once upon a time, get my heart suicidal. She was fucking on another guy. She made me crazy, made me wanna die. Now she walk around, call me a psycho. Oh no, trigger me again, oh. Oh no, this could be the end, though. Pity how'd I get like that? Fell in love, but I never knew it hit like that. Broke my heart, but I never knew it hit like this. Bitches make me want to slip my wrist. Make me want to hide, make me want to cry. We both know this is the night. I could lose the fight, I could lose my mind, but I just get high and I turn inside. Cause I remember the way it felt, the way you held me against the wall. And then I asked myself, and where you wanna be, when you finally get away. And where you wanna be, when you get out of this place. Oh, if you could feel my emotion, it feels like the ocean is crashing down on me. And where you wanna be, when you get out of this place. And I could break down, I could break down, and I could break down until there's nothing left of me. Keep it 40 pounds, smoking on the gaslight. Shy talking, but she only wanna gaslight. I don't really got time for this. I don't really wanna run for this. You were trash, fucking up the kickback. I was there, what you do is sit back down. Sit back down. Baby, how'd you get like that? Fucked up on the drugs and you trip like that. You could call me when you're sober. And where you wanna be, when you finally get away. Oh, if you could feel my emotion, it feels like the ocean is crashing down on me. And where you wanna be, when you get out of this place.
All right, everyone, so that was Sad Boy with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, you'll be up first. What'd you think of Sad Boy and his song with his video that he submitted?
It has some great points in it, man. I liked it. It was kind of like one of those songs you want to go on top of a mountain and parasail to, like, man. You know what I'm saying? It had a like kind of like this thing where you just wanted to fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it had a lot of potential. It had a lot of good potential, man. You know, and that part that where you want to be when you get out of this place, it stayed on me. That part just stayed on me and kind of like put a Band-Aid over the things that I, you know, would have thought that he could have done better. You know, just as far as judging, but overall, I do feel like there are a lot of things that he should improve on it. But there was a lot of great points in it. Like, you know, it wasn't like all right points and then you had to improve. It was like you have to improve, but the points where you hit. You know what I'm saying? So I give it a pass. I definitely give it a pass. I like the song. I can't front.
Awesome. There you have it from ROCKWILDER, giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go over to the next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's go over to you. What'd you think of Sad Boy and his video that he submitted?
Yeah, I think he did a really good job. The song sounds good. I like the melodies a lot. He did have some good lines in there, though I thought the songwriting overall could have been better on the song. And then, like, vocally, I think there were points where he needed to be stronger throughout the record. But overall, you know, he did a really good job. So I think he should definitely give him a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Knowledge, giving you your second pass from the judges. And with that, we'll go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, what'd you think of Sad Boy and his video that he submitted?
Both judges made great points. I like it. Not saying it was the craziest record, but I like the emotion. You know what I mean? He definitely expressed the emotion, what he was feeling. You know, you can't go wrong when you put, you know, truth into music. You know what I mean? But I agree with Knowledge. I feel like there was parts where the writing could have been better. You know what I mean? He little things like that. But I feel like overall, the pain, the expression he wanted to show came across the music. So I'm gonna give it a pass, definitely. But you know, just work on that writing. Definitely try to get a little tighter. Stay true to yourself, which I feel like he kind of did with this record. He definitely was showing who he was, and again his emotions, which you can't be mad at somebody's expressing their emotions. But again, you know, as A&R, we're always gonna critique something. So I'm gonna be like, you know, the writing. I feel like the writing could be a little tighter, but overall, I think he did a good job. I'm gonna give it a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Polo, you heard it from all three of the judges. Congratulations to you, Sad Boy. You got yourself 3 passes. You're headed to the next round. That's the Coast to Coast Live World Championship. We'll see you on the next round, man. Big congrats to Sad Boy. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Terry Stafford. Terry, now we don't have you in the room, but we do have your video. It's called I Just Want to Know. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Man, I just wanna know. I wanna know if the one I've been loving all these years, she really do love me. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. Tell me how you feel. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. If I hold it down, will you stick around? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. Yeah, I just wanna know. Will you hold me down, girl? Will you hold me down? Yeah. I just wanna know. Yeah, I just wanna know. Yeah, I wanna know. Will you love me through the thick and thin? Or will you love me till the very end? Girl, you know you my sunshine, my rain. I just wanna know. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. Tell me how you feel. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. If I hold it down, will you stick around? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I think you deserve, yeah, the diamond ring. I think you deserve, yeah, all of me. I think you deserve, yeah, everything under the sun. I think you deserve, yeah, the best of me. I think you deserve, yeah, the rest of me. I think you deserve having anything that you need. I think you deserve me. Love you long, love you dad, love you long, love you dad. I just wanna know. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. Tell me how you feel. Do you feel the same way I feel? I just wanna know. If I hold it down, will you stick around? I just wanna know. I just wanna know. I just wanna know.
Hey, Pedro. Oh, she feels so warm, Dad. Oh.
All right, everyone, so that was Terry Stafford with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, we'll start off with you. What do you think of Terry Stafford and his song that he submitted?
The hook was really on. The hook was really on, but then the verses didn't there's a lot going on in the verses. I feel like the verses could have been a lot better. And even though the hook was really good, there were parts in the verse that just was a little difficult, really difficult. And and I couldn't really grab the song. Although I loved the hook really a lot, the verse was just in a lot of places. I don't know. I mean, I'm a verse person as well as a hook person. I can't give it a pass, but it had some good stuff too. But then the stuff that didn't work for me just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give it a pass today. You know what I'm saying? He needs to clean up the verses a little bit more, uniform the song a little bit more.
All right, thank you for that, ROCKWILDER. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what were your thoughts of Terry and his song with his video that he submitted?
Yeah, I think ROCKWILDER is exactly right. I think there were some parts throughout the song that you could take out and build upon, and formulate the record a lot better and have a whole different record and different vibe to it. Of course, I like the message and what he was going for, but it just came down to the execution. So for me, it'd be no pass.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from the first two judges. Let's go to our last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, what'd you think of Terry and his video?
I mean, both judges hit it in the head. When it first came on, I heard that Taj Money drop. Taj Money's a dope producer. This guy is producing for a lot of artists that are, you listening to now. So he picked a great beat. I was surprised when it came on, and I actually ended up liking the hook. Like, the chorus part of it. I like his tone on it. I think he had a good chorus, and if he just added a little bit more to it and tightened it up a little bit, it could have been a dope chorus. But when it came to the verse, it just I felt like he got lazy with it and just really wasn't saying much. I think it was empty. You know what I mean? It didn't compliment the hook. You know what I'm saying? And so it didn't feel full. Like, it felt a little, empty spaces. I wish he tightened up on the writing end of it. Like I said, both judges hit it on the head, so no pass for me for now.
All right, thank you for that, Polo. No pass, unfortunately, from the three judges. Terry. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of them. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. And with that, we reached our last artist on today's lineup, Masked Rapper. Masked Rapper, let me bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so we have Masked Rapper. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going? Where are you from?
Masked Rapper from nowhere. Currently staying at your mom's house. Fuck your couch.
All righty then. So you want to give us your social media so we could go check you out?
Masked Rapper on Facebook. Dan the Masked Rapper on Instagram. And Masked Rapper on Twitter as well.
Okay, cool. And tell us a little bit about your song today. It's called D-A-N. D-A-N. Not sure if is it pronounced Dan or D-A-N. What is this all about? What are we about to watch?
So Dan, just my name. So my favorite rapper of all time is Sean Price. I started rapping when he passed away because I just really felt like nobody could do as good a job as him or was doing hard enough bars. And I just love the way he's always shouting out his name, you know, the big Sean P. Rest in peace to Sean Price. And so I just got really inspired by that, and I just wanted to throw my name in a song a ton of times like that. Dan's my real name, Dan the Masked Rapper. So absolutely, just wanted to give a little shout out to Sean Price.
All right, Dan, let's go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
Yo, Dan never trippin', Dan mic grippin'. On the mic, Dan put you to submission. Every line I'm spittin', take heed, just listen. Dan raw rhyming, never broke hymen. Dan crush mic device, precise timing. Prime time punch a line, rapper man. Stay on the grind, dipped. I'm Dapper Dan, Dan in the building. Dan mic wielding, say a disrespectful shit, fuck your feelings. Dan stacking rhymes from the floor to the ceilings. In the kitchen, I'll stay cooking work. No mission impossible, I stay murking jerks. Dan always flossing, never floss my teeth. So everywhere I go, I always bring beef. Show up to your house just to leave a double decker. Mic checker, freshest rhyme wrecker in the sector. In the sector.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our last artist on today's lineup. That was Masked Rapper. Let's go right over to our judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Polo, we'll start off with you. What do you think of Masked Rapper and his song with his video that he submitted?
Thought it was cool. I appreciate, you know, him liking Sean Price. You know, I like Sean Price as well. I'm a lyrics guy, so I appreciate anybody, you know, who's into lyrics. So I'm thinking, I'm expecting the bars when the song started. So first, I'm gonna critique is definitely the mix. The mix has to be better. I feel like all you heard was the bass lines. So you kind of really took away from his vocals. But when I could catch, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really, nothing really moved me. I felt like lyrically it could have been better. I was hoping there was a hook somewhere in there or something, but it just felt like just one long verse. I just feel like, you know, it's still in this developing stage, still need work, especially, you know, if you're going to express lyrics, people are going to listen to every line you're saying, every word. So you have to make sure you have those lines or those bars that kind of make people go, oh shit, you know what I mean? Or at least make people want to listen to it again. I feel like this record kind of didn't, and it was short, so I didn't really get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, you know, he was already setting up the bar high by saying, you know, Sean Price, this, that, and the third. So I expected more. So I was a little disappointed. So I'm gonna say it's a no pass for now. But if you're gonna stay into this, work on the lyrics, work on the delivery a little bit better, and obviously, you know, incorporate a hook. Sean Price always had a hook. Helter Skelter had hooks. That's what Carter called us. You know, when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? When those guys first came out, they came out with records that had hooks that was just like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what made me fan. So, you know, work on that. It's still a lot of, you know, this is a lot of work that still needs to be done. So I'm gonna say it's a no pass. I don't see it fitting in the competition right now.
All right, thank you for that, Polo. No pass from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to our next judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's a Grammy Award-winning producer. ROCKWILDER, what were your thoughts of Masked Rapper and his song that he submitted?
Well, one thing I would tell him to do, if Sean Price is really the guy that you listen to, you gotta study, man. You gotta study from the first Nocturnal album. You gotta go like Apollo said. You know, there's different. If you want to get into that Sean Price realm, there's a lot of great records that you could definitely study to make that whole mass rapper idea of what you want be crazy. Because if you picked up a Sean Price swag with being a mass rapper and all in the whole image of what you want to do, you'll definitely cut through. You'll cut through. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't expect it from you. So if you having all the image and everything that you have, like that you want to present, and your whole passion and drive of what you want to do, because you definitely did it on the video, you know, if you had a Sean Price swag behind it, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. So I would want you to definitely perfect that before I passed you and put you in the Bulls, because if you got up there at that contest and had a mask on your face and sounded like Sean Price, I would want you to perfect that and make that law before, you know, we put you in the Bulls, man. So I give it a no pass, and but I definitely want to see at the end of the day if you really are about it when you say Sean Price. I really want to see if you really accomplish that feat right there. You know what I'm saying? So no pass, but I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes on you to see if you really say what you want to do with that Sean Price thing. But that's my dude. Rest in peace, Sean Price, the Helter Skelter forever, for real.
Awesome. Thank you for that. ROCKWILDER, no pass, unfortunately, from our second judge. Let's go over to our last judge. Let's see what he thought about it. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what were your thoughts of Masked Rapper and his song that he submitted?
I mean, I didn't think the song was very good. I didn't think it was that great. I mean, you know, I don't want to beat the Sean Price thing over and over, but, you know, I feel the same way the judges feel about that situation as far as where he was lyrically compared to the influence. And honestly, I think the mask idea is silly. Like, I don't think the idea of it is silly, but just he's going to have to figure out a better way to come across with the mask. You know what I mean? Like, the particular mask that he had on today and the one I saw in the video I feel like that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he comes up with creative, dope masks that he can wear where it's like, oh, that's hard, then yes. But the music would definitely have to be better as well. So it's a no pass for me.
Thank you for that knowledge. Well, you heard it from all three of the judges here, Masked Rapper. Check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback, but unfortunately it's a no pass today. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. That's our entire lineup for today. Before we go, let's give a big shout out to all three of our judges for joining us today. We'll start off with the first judge. He's a Grammy award-winning producer, ROCKWILDER. Such a pleasure to have you, man. Give everyone your social media where they can find you.
ROCKWILDER Music, ROCKWILDER Music. That's my Instagram. That's the way you can get in contact with me. If you want the star map locations to Knowledge and Polo's personal places, I could give that also to you, but that's going to cost a lot of money.
Come on, Rock.
I can give you the personal star maps of their locations, just in case you wasn't comfortable with judging. You know what I'm saying? But that's just some Brooklyn shit. You know what I'm saying? I live in but Brooklyn, you can get all those types of things. So I finally got the star maps to get to their personal places if you didn't like what the judging was. So you know what I'm saying? So hit me up. Hit me up if you need that. I got that for you.
ROCKWILDER calling out the other two judges there. Polo, he's a director of A&R at Rock Nation. Such a pleasure to have you. Give everyone your social media so everyone could go find you.
I'm only on Instagram under POLO_2X. Always working, you know what I'm saying? I do beat camps, I do a lot of other things. Shout outs to Rock, shout outs to Knowledge. I love having good judges to, alongside, man. And, I'm learning from these guys every day still too. I don't think that just because we're A&Rs, we know it all. We're still learning. I mean, and that's the one thing. I learned from a great guy from Rock, you know what I'm saying? I remember we did a Locks record together, you know what I'm saying? And so these, I'm always learning. So don't ever think that we just here critiquing you and just giving you advice that you shouldn't listen to it. Just take some heat to it, because again, we're going to give you what we think is best, but we're also learning as we go too. So it's a learning process, and that's what I love about music. And I'm never going to stop learning. And I hope artists feel the same way, because you're not going to know it all off the rip. You know what I mean? So just listen to what these guys are saying, because everybody's giving you a little bit of the truth and and some jewels. So hope everybody takes away from that. And, shout out to Coast. You guys give a platform for these artists to, to showcase their stuff, and especially during these times, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys as well.
Definitely well said, Polo. It's such a pleasure to have you.
So I ain't know Polo was going to hit me off with that much love. So I'm going to I'm going to rip his star map up. So if you need the star map to Knowledge joint, you know what I'm saying? I have to raise the price, but you know what I'm saying? Polo, I didn't know you was going to hit my heart like that.
Come on, you my guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I felt a little emotional. I got a little teary eye. So if you need the star map to Knowledge's joint, if you didn't feel the judges was correct, I got that for you. Hit me up. Love you, Knowledge. Love you, man.
Well, you heard the two, Rock and Polo, bromancing there. Calling out our last judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, always a pleasure to have you, man. What's your social media, so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
I'm only on Instagram, God_knowledge. And I said what I said, goddammit.
Definitely well said. Guys, all three of you, such a pleasure to have you. Knowledge, Polo, and ROCKWILDER. My name is Adonis Lugo. Be sure to check me out on Instagram as well. On behalf of myself, the three judges, and the entire Coast to Coast Live team, we'll see you guys on the next one.